So, spraying fragrances on. How do you do it? Believe it or not, I did this video about, I think it was 2 years ago, but it has changed since then, and it just also depends on how strong your fragrance is, and that's like to test yourself. But I'll be showing 2 examples in this video of a strong fragrance and a weaker fragrance. So first things first, I'm sure you guys have heard of like pulse points. I'll probably post a picture of them. There's like one here, there's one here, there's like one in like the inner elbow area, there's one over here. So those are like the ones I go to. I know there's one on each side of the neck, and there's a lot more. Like there's not really a lot more, but there's like a few more. Those other ones are kind of irrelevant for spraying fragrances. The ones that are most important, for me at least, the inner elbow ones, the ones in this area, you can kind of feel it if you like exercise and that stuff. You can kind of feel it. It's like somewhere in this region and in this region as well. And the ones on the wrist. And the ones on the wrist, I don't usually always go for unless it's a weaker fragrance, because usually when I wash my hands, sometimes the water will come on the fragrance and it will just go away like that. Alright, so let's move on and show you guys how to spray some fragrances. So we have L'Homme over here by Yves Saint Laurent, and we have Gaultier Ultramale. This is a stronger fragrance, so I'm gonna show you guys what I do with a stronger fragrance and what I do with a weaker fragrance. So a weak fragrance, huh? Once I say the number of how many sprays I do with this, you might be saying, wow, that's a lot of sprays. But if you really think about it, this thing doesn't last long, but it stays relatively long if you do spray a lot of it. I tend to spray about 7 to 8 sprays of this. I like to cover all angles. I do one right here on the shoulder, but it's kind of hard with this hand, so I go with the left. So I do one right there, kind of sprayed it in the collarbone area. I'm kind of aiming for like this area, kind of anywhere in this area. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to be specific. You spray it there. That's covered pretty much the basis of the front region. I don't like to spray the neck too much because I've realized when I spray the neck, I get nose fatigue and I like don't smell the cologne anymore. And I do sometimes like to smell a whiff of what I'm wearing. So if you spray them on the neck, because it travels upwards, it will go into your nose and you'll just get nose blind pretty much. And yeah, that's sometimes what happens. That's why I like to cover the front region from this right here, and then I spray the inner part of the elbow. Oh, I just messed it up. Basically, I spray one right there and one right there. You can kind of see it clearly on the camera. So far, it looks like this is gonna take forever to spray, but once you get used to it, you'll just go boom, 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 and then boom. Then I like to spray on the back region, and the best part on the back is the neck, like this area, or even the upper hair area, but I just don't know. I don't feel very comfortable spraying fragrances on my hair, so I just spray the neck area. It's pretty simple. And so far, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sprays. You might be saying, where are these 3 other sprays gonna go? This is where it starts to get like random at times. Sometimes I would spray like one right here, one right here, like just another pair in this area. Or if I have a hoodie on, I'll spray more parts of the hoodie, or like whatever, if I'm wearing something on top of my, like if I'm wearing a second layer. So if my skin is not showing, I wouldn't be able to spray this area and this area. So what I do is I would spray this area under the jacket, this area under the jacket, and then spray them on top of the jacket as well. And this is only if it's a weak fragrance. So if it's a strong one, chillax a little bit with that one. But that's basically it. So that's about 7 sprays. You can put 8 as well, why not? But now let me show you guys a strong fragrance. I usually do 1 spray again here and here, but not really 1 sprays now. If you have a strong fragrance, try to make it a half spray. What I mean by a half spray is like, instead of doing this, like I hope this shows on camera. I might zoom in a little bit. Okay, so that's a full spray, right? Don't know if you guys saw that, but here's a half spray. See that? Like, it's almost equivalent, but it's a little bit less. So that's basically what a half spray is. And I like to do that more. Let me zoom out. Oh. I like to do that more with fragrances that are a lot stronger, just so I can get areas of the body without really overspraying. So I do a half spray right here. See that? Smooth, boom, boom. And then I do one more in kind of this area, the the part where your elbow flexes, I guess. That area. I like to spray that area instead of, this area, the inner elbow. Just because this area I feel is more open. So the fragrance kind of goes out while it can also be closed and the fragrance can stay in, if you guys get what I mean. And then I do it on this side too. And these are full sprays. On the arms, they're full sprays, they're not half sprays. So right now, half spray, that equals 1. And then we have 1 and 2. So we have a total of 3 sprays. And the last one is the back of the neck again. So, and a full spray in the back of the neck. So you might be saying, wow, 4 sprays with a strong fragrance? It will depend. If it's a really, really strong fragrance, then I would chill out. I would take half as much as I just now did. Probably like 2 sprays. But I don't really have heavy fragrances on my list or in my collection that only need like 1 or 2 sprays. The only competitor that's pretty close would be probably Dior Homme Intense. That one I might spray 2 sprays of because it does get pretty heavy. But the other, stuff in my collection, I would spray about 3 to 4 sprays. And then the weak ones like L'Homme, I would spray about 7 to 8. And that's pretty much it. That's how you spray fragrances on. For me, that's how I do it. If you guys do it a different way, let me know in the comments below. I pretty much like to cover all areas of the body. And so I spray right here and spray right here to cover the front. I spray right here and here to cover the sides. And I spray the neck to cover the back. And now with the weaker fragrances, again, I just add whatever I need to. Like if I want to spray here some more, I want to spray on the arm some more, whatever, But that's pretty much the areas that I'd spray in. And that's how you put on fragrances. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and peace.